Hello, my name is Sam and welcome to Numero. And today I get to show you how to make a great coffee using the Breville Bambino Plus and the Smart Grinder Pro. Before using your machine and grinder for the first time, it's a good idea to read through the two manuals that come with them. This teaches you how to set up the equipment properly and also to go through their first use cycles. When you open the boxes of your machine and grinder, you're going to find lots of different pieces of equipment. Today we're going to need the tamper, the portafilter, the 2-cup portafilter basket. You want the 50 to 54 millimeter portafilter cradle, the milk jug, and today we're going to use our Picasso blend coffee. This is a full-bodied dark chocolate tasting coffee. What's not included is a small knockbox, which I think is a really useful thing to have. The first thing to do when making a coffee is to dial in the grinder. For our Picasso blend, we recommend having the grind time set to 15 seconds and the grind size set to 8. Once you have dialed in the machine, take your portafilter and place it into the machine, into the grinder, and give it a gentle press to start the grinding. When the grinder is finished grinding, remove the portafilter and you want to smooth over the ground coffee using your forefinger going in a circle motion like this. Just brushing over the top of the coffee, not pushing it completely flat. Then get the tamper, rest the portafilter on the edge of the bench and push down once firmly so the tamper sinks in and becomes flush with the portafilter basket. And give it a 1/4 turn. Now that we have tamped the coffee, get the portafilter and insert it into the machine. Place 2 cups on the drip tray and press the 2-cup button on the Bambino. When the machine is finished, remove the portafilter and bang it out on the knockbox. The best way to work out if your grinder is dialed in properly is to taste the coffee. So, take out one of your poured espressos, get a spoon, give it a swirl, and then take a sip. If you're finding that it's tasting quite sour, that's a sign that the grinder might be a little bit too coarse, so the coffee is running too quickly. Try making it a little bit finer. Or, if you're finding that the coffee is tasting really bitter, that might be a sign that the grinder is too fine. Just make it a little bit coarser, make a coffee, and try again, and see if there's any improvement. Now to froth the milk, take the milk jug and fill it up with milk. I find it's best to fill it up a little over halfway between the minimum and maximum milk lines. There are 3 different buttons that allow you to change the settings. There are 2 small buttons on the far right. The one on the bottom with the picture of a milk jug allows you to change how much froth or foam there's going to be on the top of the milk. The button above allows you to set the temperature of the milk, while the big button with the steam symbol underneath it that starts and stops the machine steaming the milk. I find for a good flat white or latte that I have the foam on the lowest setting, and my personal preference is to have the heat on the lowest setting as well. Take the jug, lift up the steam wand, and place the jug so it's covering the milk sensor. And press the steam button to start the steaming. When the machine is finished frothing the milk, remove the milk by lifting the steam wand. Make sure you clean the steam wand with a damp cloth. And then lower the steam wand to start purging. When you look in the milk jug, if you notice there are some large bubbles, try giving the jug a gentle tap on the bench. This can help break up some of those bubbles. And then give the milk a gentle swirl in the jug. What this does is it can help create a nice even texture in the milk and make it all smooth and silky. Once the milk is frothed and you're happy with its texture, it's time to pour your coffee. Well, now that we're finished making a coffee, enjoy. It's not bad. It's not bad. Lastly, I have a few final tips which I think might help you get the most out of your machine. They give you something called the razor in the box, and I found it to be quite unhelpful because when you use it, it spills coffee everywhere, making a mess, but it also defeats the purpose of dialing in your grinder to get 16 grams of coffee in the basket every time. Another thing which I think is helpful to know is that occasionally, when you're putting milk jugs and coffee cups on and off the tray all the time, the tray tends to slide out a little bit. And when this happens, water can spill out onto the bench. So it's a good idea every now and then just to make sure the tray is clipped in properly. When you put beans into the hop on your grinder, it's a good idea to make sure that it's always full, at least halfway or more. Otherwise, if it's too low, it can affect the way the grinder grinds the beans. Well, there you go. You now know how to use your new machine. And I hope you enjoy it. I really do. I've been very surprised at how easy it has been to use this new machine and how good the coffee is that it makes. So I really do hope you enjoy it. If you have trouble with it or have any more questions, please reach out and ask me, and I'd love to help. You can contact us at sales@numerouno.com.au, or you can go to our website at numerouno.com.au and get in contact with us there. Until then, enjoy your coffee.